Welcome to Shadow Creek High School for the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week. The 17-2 Shadow Creek Sharks hosting the 18-5 Pearland Oilers. It's a District 23-6A battle between two of the top four teams in the district as we get ready for the postseason. Bob Slovak here, along with my broadcast partner, former Willow Ridge Eagle, former Duke Blue Devil, Daniel Ewing. And Daniel, I mentioned it, we're near the end of district play. Both these teams looking to keep momentum, but Pearland knows they've got their challenges tonight.
Yeah, they do. They are only returning one player from their varsity team last year, in Ty Williams, and it's going to be a tough game for them tonight.
Sharks have Ramon Walker headed to U of H. He really brings it. He's going to show his talent tonight. Yeah,
Ramon is a matchup problem for any team, especially tonight. Pearland has their hands full, and I expect him to have a really big game.
All right, we'll be back with the keys to the game and the players to watch right here on the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week. Shadow Creek against Pearland. We'll be right back.
KUBE TV's Game of the Week is brought to you by Xfinity. Go your own way fast with Xfinity Mobile, a fast nationwide 5G network with millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots at no extra cost. Your wireless, your rules. Xfinity Mobile.
Welcome back to Shadow Creek High School for the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week. The Shadow Creek Sharks taking on the Pearland Oilers. A big district battle as we head down the stretch in district play. Players to watch. Let's start with the Pearland Oilers. Daniel, he's 6'5" senior, number 10, Ty Williams. He's been battling an ankle injury, but he really makes the Oilers work.
Most definitely. Ty Williams is an inside-outside type of player. He's going to have Pearland's look for him to have a big night tonight in order for them to have a chance in this game.
Definitely. For Shadow Creek, all eyes will be on senior 6'5" Ramon Walker, number 3. Here's a good look at him. He's headed to play for U of H and Kelvin Sampson. I asked his coach President, give me a scouting report on Walker, and he said, just hold on tight.
Yeah, Ramon Walker, he's gotten better. He's gotten better this year. He's projected to be one of the top players, as player of the year in the area preseason. So we'll see what type of night he has tonight in front of his home crowd for this big game.
You know, he's 6'5", but he looks like he plays a lot bigger than that, averaging 21 points a game, 8 rebounds. Keys to the game for Pearland. They need to start fast. They also have to keep their poise down the stretch. Coach Buckaloo, he told me, hey, we've got our challenges tonight, but if we can stay within ourselves, we got a chance. For Shadow Creek, they said stay in front on defense, get in the transition. That's where Walker really makes his game.
And that's where they're going to try to speed Pearland up. Talking about Shadow Creek is going to try to speed Pearland up and, like I said, get out in transition and get this game sped up and have it a fast-paced game as opposed to a slow-paced game.
The key to both teams win the rebound battle. That's almost every game we talk about. All right, let's take a quick break. We will be back with the tip-off. Shadow Creek against Pearland, the KUBE TV Game of the Week. Stay with us.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Doug makes a bad impression with Carrie.
My friends call me Clint.
Next, King of Queens.
Clint Eastwood, how do you not get that?
Tonight at 9 and 9:30 on KUBE TV Houston.
A snappy dresser.
This is the first you're seeing of the coat?
We never dated in winter.
You might want to get a look at that bathing suit drawer.
On the next,
How do I look?
Seinfeld.
Tonight at 10 and 10:30 on KUBE TV Houston.
KUBE TV Houston's Game of the Week is brought to you by Xfinity. Go your own way fast, only with Xfinity Mobile. Get connected on a fast nationwide 5G network and millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots included at no extra cost. Your wireless, your rules, Xfinity Mobile. Thank you to Xfinity for sponsoring KUBE TV Houston's Game of the Week. Shadow Creek ready to take on Pearland. Bob Slovak, Daniel Ewing ready to bring you the action. A look at our starting lineups for both teams as we get set for tip-off here at Shadow Creek High School. Starting for Shadow Creek, Brian Gordon, Cameron Ambry, Ramon Walker, Javon Marshall, and Sean Jones. On the other side, Brian Gordon, Josh Vitella, Charles Clark, Bryson Stokes, Ty Williams, and Cameron Love Adams. We are ready for tip-off here. This is a stretch run, Daniel. We know what Shadow Creek's going to bring. They got 4 players averaging double figures. What are you expecting early on?
I'm expecting them to get out early and try to push this tempo, force the tempo here on this Pearland team, and see if they can get some easy buckets and get their 2 main guys going fast, and that's Sean Jones and Ramon Walker.
All right, here we go. Ready for a good one here tonight. Bucket goes up, rebound goes to Williams. Keep an eye on Ty Williams. He's going to be important for Pearland to stay close in this game. Moving it around. Patella. Oh, there's a steal. There he is. And the first basket of the game goes to Ramon Walker.
And that's key right there for Pearland. They're going to have to eliminate those type of plays. Open turnovers lead to easy baskets like that is not going to help them.
Yeah, that was one of the keys is don't let the Sharks get into the transition game. A quick turnover and a quick bucket. Pearland will try to answer back. Charles Clark running the point. He'll move it around. Stokes. Back to Vitelli. He'll drive it down the lane. Nice move. Can't get it to go, though. Rebound. And the bucket. There he is again. Williams with the second rebound of the game. The putback.
Those was 2 nice plays on both ends. A nice offensive play. Wasn't able to finish the basket, but a nice defensive play to recover and get the block.
Sharks going to put it up. Long shot by Ambry. Won't go. Rebound. Marshall back inside. A little bit out of control.
It's got to be a charge.
I was waiting to see the call.
Okay, easy call.
Yeah,
it had to be a charge.
It had to be a charge. He went barreling into Williams. Ball goes over to Pearland. Early on here, the KUBE TV Game of the Week. Pearland right now tied for 3rd in the district standings. The Sharks tied for 1st with Dawson. Down low. And he'll get the basket. Love Adams. Kind of cherry picking down there, but it works. Shot goes up by Jones. And off the mark.
Yeah, this Shadow Creek team is going to have to settle in early, not get over anxious trying to make the things happen. Just let the game come to them, stick to the game plan, and then I think everything else will work out.
All right, Clark bringing it down to Vitella. He can shoot it. Good defense, though, by the Sharks so far, keeping it tight. Vitella looking to drive inside. Walsh is into the paint and back out. Back to Clark. Vitella with the drive over to Williams, and they're going to call him for traveling. What do you think of Pearland's offense right now, Daniel?
Well, see, they have one of those offenses that can put you to sleep.
Yeah.
And so for Shadow Creek, they're going to have to stay disciplined, but also stay engaged and be patient, and not get over anxious. Trying to get steals and enforce turnovers.
I like Vitella's defense. Staying with him.
Pearland has 5 guys around the perimeter right now. Shadow Creek.
They got Walker trying to battle it down low. He hadn't touched it a whole lot. Now he's got the ball right now. A little spin move inside, and that right there's man among boys right there.
That was exactly what that was. that was a grown man move.
Ramon Walker, 6'5", headed to play for Kelvin Sampson at U of H. Williams, he'll take it to the free throw line. Nice pass down low to Love out, and it can't get it to go.
Nice look, yeah, just couldn't get it to go down. Nice skip pass.
There's the 3, off the rim, won't go. Got a foul down low. The one thing about Pearland, we talked to Coach Buckley, now this is his 26th year over at Pearland, his 41st year as a head coach. He only had 1 player come back from last year, and that was Ty Williams. So all these other players are new to varsity basketball, yet they're 18-5. they have had an outstanding season. He says he couldn't be more happy about how the season's gone.
Well, that's extremely a good record to have, especially when you only, like you said, you only have one guy returning from last season on the varsity team. So everything is pretty new for all these guys, and pretty much they're playing inexperienced.
Leftwich back outside. They try to go inside to Ferris, and turnover. Here come the Sharks, and a little out of control. Going down hard, Sean Jones. 6'6" junior. Sean Jones, he's got a lot of schools looking at him, Daniel. McNeese State, U of H, LSU, TCU, Tulsa.
Very talented player. Very talented player. And like you say, he's only a junior, and he still has another year to grow and groom himself and get better for the next level.
And when you have a player, like Ramon Walker on your team, that's got to help the other players.
Oh, most definitely. Definitely. That's competition, but good competition within the team. A guy that, you know, like I said, he's already committed to U of H. He's the best player on the team. He's one of the best players in the city. So yeah, that's good competition. Iron sharpens iron.
Yep. All right, we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 4-4 is our score. Pearland and Shadow Creek. You're watching the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week.
KUBE TV's Game of the Week is brought to you by Xfinity. Go your own way fast with Xfinity Mobile, a fast nationwide 5G network with millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots at no extra cost. Your wireless, your rules. Xfinity Mobile.
We got a tie game here early on between Shadow Creek and Pearland, the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week. There's a good shot at Raphael Posey. He's filling in for head coach David President for this game. David President and his wife had their second child today. And I haven't got word if it was a boy or a girl, but they didn't know either. They were going to be surprised. And I go, man, that is a cool story. So Coach President and his wife take care of the newborn, and they also have a 2-year-old. So we have Coach Posey filling in, and I'll give you the rest of the story right after this. Williams with the banker that goes.
Nice.
Coach Posey and Coach President go way back. They played at UTSA together in the early 90s. They were backcourt teammates.
Right. And these guys have done a great job here their years here at Shadow Creek. Like you said, they've been together for a long time now, and they've done a tremendous job here at Shadow Creek together. With Coach Prez being the head coach of varsity and Coach Pose being the JV coach.
Yeah, they got this program rolling 5 years in. Nice move to the hoop, and it won't go. Gordon had a step, but he couldn't get the fall. Here come the Oilers.
But yeah, I talked to Coach Purz before the game, and he gave me word that Coach Prez and his wife, they did have a healthy baby girl delivered.
Oh, it's a baby girl. Okay.
Baby girl around 4 o'clock-ish.
Awesome. So they already had the little boy. Now they have the little girl. That is great news, and we wish them the best tonight. I'm going to say Coach President's probably watching the game, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. He might. Yeah, tonight might be
busy.
tonight might be the night he actually takes tonight off.
Good stuff there. 6-4 is our score. Pearland with the lead. Page trying to get the ball in. Good pressure. Gets it to Clark. They'll look to move down the baseline. Pass to the outside and thrown away. It's a little bit too much on that pass.
Somebody got to get back. Let's set up.
Yeah, not a bad decision. Just bad communication. You had one guy thinking the guy was going to stay in the corner, spotted up, but he cut, and so it made the pass a little bit more tougher than it had to be.
Now there's Walker, and he got the 3. Ramon Walker.
Looking good early. He's locked in. He's made all 7 of their points so far. That was a nice down screen. He come off with his feet set, knocked the shot down.
Matella trying to make it happen. Over to Page. And another turnover by Pearland. Now they're kind of getting into that danger zone a little bit.
See, it's early, it's still real early, and it's still the game is only 7-6. But that's going to cause Pearland a lot more trouble, like you're saying. If they keep turning this ball over like they're doing, this game can get out of hand fast.
Coach Buckaloo, he told me, he said, we've got to play pretty much a perfect game to pull off this victory. But he says, we got it in us. We'll see if they can do it. Walker, another three, this time off the back rim. Rebound, Pearland. A lot of pushing and shoving, and I can hear the fans behind me. We've got a pretty good crowd here tonight, social distancing.
Yeah, they've been ready since the JV game.
They have been. They're vocal, but I love to hear it. Love Adams back around. Williams with good ball movement. Looking for an opening here somewhere. Cutting to the basket. And another turnover.
I thought that was actually deflected, but they gave the ball to Shadow Creek. Yeah, like you were saying, Bob, Pearland has, for the most part, before they turn the ball over, they do have good offense and good movement, but they're not able to execute, trying to make plays to get to the basket and get open shots.
Sharks going to whip it around. Walker wanted to pull the trigger. He'll swing it back. Gordon. Back. And the shot's going to go up from Embry and in and out. Rebound Williams. Patella bringing it down. I like the energy from him. Shot goes up and the three goes down for Bryson Stokes.
Pearland definitely going to need more plays like that. Good defensive possession. Hold Shadow Creek to 1 point. Grab the rebound, push it out, try to get open shots early in the transition.
That's what I was going to say. They seem to be a little bit more in sync when they don't try to throw 7, 8, 9 passes.
But I mean, that's like you said. That's Coach understands. Coach Buckaloo understands that that's a way to slow this game down. But can you execute after making those 6, 7, 8, 9 passes? Can you get an open shot, open look at the basket without turning it over? Nice.
Shot goes up for the Sharks and in and out. Good rebound down low. Couldn't get it to go. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Some great action here between Shadow Creek and Pearland. The Oilers, they have the lead, 9-7, but we're getting a good look at Ramon Walker, the U of H commit. 9-7 is our score on the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Wait, I thought Dad had to go to bed, not us.
If Dad has to go to bed, then we can stay up. It's opposite night.
Don't watch.
No. Yes. No, wait. Okay, if it's opposite night, then you don't have to go to bed.
Don't not watch.
You just said it's opposite night, which means it's not opposite night, which means we don't have to go to bed.
Whatever.
Oh, God, wait, hold on.
Lynn, you're letting them do this to you again.
No, Bob, I can do it. I need a pencil and paper. Nobody talks.
Watch Bob's Burgers, weeknights at midnight on KUBE TV Houston.
Crap, there's a keypad. We're just gonna have to try and figure out the code. Stewie, are you crazy? That's so loud, the guards will hear.
What's going on down there?
Nothing.
All right.
Family Guy, weeknights at 11 and 11:30 on KUBE TV Houston.
There's a good look at Coach Buckaloo, 26 years, Pearland's head coach, and his Oilers lead this game 9-7. Bob Slovak, Daniel Ewing bringing you the action. What'd you like about the first quarter, Daniel?
Well, I like the action. Both teams are trying to impose their style of play on the game. And it's kind of been sloppy, but like I said, the first quarter is always kind of fill-out period. But Pearland, in order for them to have a chance at this game, they're going to have to take care of the basketball. Another turnover here. They're going to have to take care of the basketball for sure. And Shadow Creek is going to have to find somebody else other than Ramon Walker to score some baskets for them.
They're getting some shots. They just haven't knocked them down yet.
Right. They are getting some looks.
Cameron Embry bringing it up. They'll swing it around into Walker's hands. Back out front. Embry calls the foul.
Votella is very pesty with his defense.
He is.
I like he's getting after these guys.
I'm telling you, I mean, I said that earlier. I said I like that energy right there. He's going to take a quick break right now. Substitutes coming in for the Oilers. And Walker, he wants it. Down low, good defense. And Pearland comes away with it.
Great defense. Oh, nice look.
Oh, out of bounds.
And go ahead.
I was going to ask you. So you got a player of Lamone Walker's stature playing in this game. You know how? I mean, I don't want to say he gets frustrated, not trying to do too much, but I can see right now he's really trying to involve his teammates,
which is good. And that's just. I mean, he's a senior. That shows signs of maturity, and he understands this early. He's just trying to be patient and let the offense come to him and run the offense. Like I said, they've gotten some pretty good looks, and guys haven't made them. But he knows he can get his shot off anytime he wants to. Or he can break the offense and do what he needs to do if need be.
Three-pointer again by Stokes on the other end. So Pearland now with a 12-7 lead. And I see what you're saying, Daniel. The Sharks are trying to be patient, and they are running their offense. They have 4 players that average in double figures, so it's not all just Walker, but he puts up the 3 and he hits it.
But it's all Walker tonight. It's been all Walker tonight.
All 10 points for the Sharks belong to Lamone Walker. Pearland. Williams turning it around. They're being very patient with their offense. Don't turn it over. What do we got? We got a jump ball. And the arrow's going to Shadow Creek.
Which is basically another turnover.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I mean, Pearland has done pretty good on the defensive end of staying home, staying in front, keeping Shadow Creek in front, out the paint, forcing them to take long shots. But they've had too many turnovers so far to start this game, which is, like I said, eventually it's going to come back and haunt them.
Walker misses the shot, but the rebound goes to the Sharks. Jones hauled it down. He looks like he wants to take it to the hoop. He does, puts it up, won't go, but he draws the foul.
I think they called travel.
Did they call travel?
I believe so.
I believe so, yes. So Pearland again with the ball. You know, the keys to the game for the Oilers, we had them at the beginning of our broadcast, was get a good start and keep your poise. So far, that's working.
So far, they've done two or three of those things. 2 out of 3 of those things. They've got off to a pretty good start. They've been poised for the most part, and some of their turnovers have been unforced turnovers.
Yeah, they're not getting rattled, which is a big thing, but we haven't seen that explosion yet from the Sharks.
And that's what Pearland wants to try to prevent. Can they prevent Shadow Creek from having a big explosion or going on an 8-0 run or 7 or something like that? That's what they want to prevent. If they can do that, then I think this will be a long game for Shadow Creek.
Another turnover for the Oilers, so ball goes back to the Sharks.
I'm waiting for Cam Ambery to get going also. He's a really good guard, junior.
He's averaging 10 points a game. There he is. Off the mark, battle down low, rebound goes to the Shark, blocked. And they call a foul, or he step out of bounds?
I think they called a foul.
All right, it's going to stay on that end. Both these teams look to be headed to the postseason. Pearland, Coach Bugaloo told me they got to play this game, then they got to play Dawson. And if they end up in a tie with Strake Jesuit, Ramon Walker, you said it a while ago, he can get his shot anytime he wants it.
Anytime he wants it. I mean, he understands. Nobody on this court can guard him, inside or outside.
That's what I was talking about. I go, what keeps him from just doing it on every play? But good drive to the hoop. Looked like a lot of ball, but they're going to call the foul.
Yeah, a lot of ball there. I think the referee anticipated a foul,
Yeah,
which is the worst kind. That's the worst kind. Don't let the play happen before you call it. Don't anticipate that I'm going to foul.
Foul on Kane, but he played it tough. Free throw goes. So Clay Page at the line, 6'1" junior. And he makes them both.
And we still have 4 minutes here in the second quarter, but this is the type of game that Shadow Creek doesn't want to be in. They don't want to be in this slow pace, back and forth, grinded out game with Pearland. That's how you end up getting the upset.
Last time they played, the other time this season, it was 41-35. It was a close game, but that was in the middle of that 6 games in 7 days for the Sharks, who were making up a lot of games. Just think about that. They won 6 district games in a week span.
Yeah, that's tough. I was talking to Coach Prayers last night about that, man. He said that, the games they had to make up in that short time span. That's tougher than the NBA schedule. 6 games, that's tougher than the NBA schedule.
Oh, definitely. We talked about it. Here's another look at it. The Sharks, and I'm going to finish this story when we come back. You're watching the KUBE TV Game of the Week. Stay with us.
KUBE TV's Game of the Week is brought to you by Xfinity. Go your own way fast with Xfinity Mobile, a fast nationwide 5G network with millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots at no extra cost. Your wireless, your rules. Xfinity Mobile.
Back at Shadow Creek High School, KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week. The Sharks hosting the Pearland Oilers. Bob Slovak, Daniel Ewing here, and it's a nice crowd. Cheerleaders on hand to bring you this action tonight. To finish the story we were talking about before the commercial break, Shadow Creek had their season shut down twice because of COVID. That's why they had to make up so many games there in that 1 week span. Coming up next week, we're going to be here for the bi-district playoffs. February 18th, we don't know the teams just yet, but we will have our KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week as the playoffs get started with bi-district action. All right, Sharks on the attack. Walker throws it back. They're swinging it around. Pearland defense looking good, Daniel.
Looking good. They switched up coming out the timeout to a 2-3 zone.
And he walked. I should be marking down every turnover.
Man, we should. They already have 10 for sure.
I was going to say they might have more turnovers than points, and they got 14
They
points.
definitely have at least 10 turnovers by now. And if you think about it, I mean, they're still winning this game.
Yeah.
So just imagine if they cut that in half, what type of outcome we possibly could be looking at.
If they can clean it up, they'll be in this game all night. Ambry running the offense. Pearland playing some tight defense. Walker, a little shake and bake, doesn't throw the shot up. And let's see what the ref, did he deflect? Asking for help.
Coach, let him play basketball.
Still waiting on the call. And it's going to be Pearland ball.
So this is going to be a good test for Shadow Creek right here. Frustrated, game is kind of sloppy. You can't really get in the rhythm like you want to. Pearland is playing slow. They're playing the zone. You can't really get off like you would like to. So how disciplined can you be to stay sharp and execute on both ends of the court?
Pearland running their offense, being patient, looking for the shot. Leftwich. Back around. Page. Page loses a handle and another turnover. Here come the Sharks. Gordon. Oh, got it to go. All right, first basket that didn't go to Ramon Walker, and the Sharks take a 1-point lead. That's another turnover.
Another turnover that leads right into a run-out layup.
We got a foul. A little bit of talking on the court.
And this is going to be the uphill battle for Pearland. Can they stay in this game and not give the ball away and lead to baskets like the previous baskets they had? If they can do that, they should be in the game pretty much all night.
I think that's what Coach Buckaloo was talking about when he said we got to keep our poise. He goes, you know, just don't start throwing away. Nice play, down low, the bucket goes. Darjean putting it in for the Oilers. Pearland back in front by a point. Ambry throws it back out. Walker wanted it, went down low, shot goes up, and it goes in. Brian Gordon with the three.
That's 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row for him. Like you said, somebody other than Ramon Walker has scored. So it's only been 2 guys for Shadow Creek that's got points right now.
Gordon averaging 10 points a game. He's got 6 now. Oilers swinging it around, being patient. Try to stay away from that turnover. Here comes a double. Knocked out of bounds by the Sharks.
Way to go, 3-4.
Good battle here between these two district rivals. Sharks trying to win their 3rd straight district title. They're tied with Dawson right now. Down low, back outside. Shot's going to go up. Off the rim, rebound. Sharks come away with it. Sean Jones, nice battle on the boards. There's Walker. Got it.
But just do it yourself, man. Just do it yourself. Why not? Why not? Just take over the game.
He's got such a sweet touch, I'm telling you. Well, he's giving them the 21-16 lead. Final minute of the first half here.
Pearland wants to be very careful here to end this quarter and a half.
Up and in, nice play there. Dier Ferris putting it in for the Oilers. That was big.
That was a big-time bucket to stop the momentum that Shadow Creek had been on. And hopefully you get a stop here to go in the half still on a good note.
Holding for the last shot. 21-18, there you see the score. It has been the Ramon Walker show most of the way. Let's see if he takes this last shot. He gets the screen. Up for the three. In and out. Rebound, Pearland. That was huge. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half here at Shadow Creek High School. The Sharks with a 21-18 lead over the Pearland Oilers. You're watching the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week. We'll be back with our halftime festivities right after this.
Try to make some sense out of this. The victim's handgun. I've been awake 36 hours, and it's absolutely worth it to bring this case to a close.
The First 48, weeknights at 7 on KUBE TV Houston.
Hey, welcome back to Shadow Creek High School. The Sharks leading the Pearland Oilers 21-18. We're at halftime here of the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week, brought to you by Xfinity. Time now for one of our favorite segments. It's the Tip of My Brim by Jim Hicks from RCS Sports. Jim?
This is Jim Hicks, and welcome to a Tip of My Brim, powered by McQueen's Custom Tailor Shoes and Accessories. All right, let's get right to the recaps. This past Friday, District 19 6A featured 7 Lakes and Katy Taylor as both teams entered tied for first. However, Katy Taylor in the white uniforms came to play as they cruised to the 69-39 win. Tip of my brim to Katy Taylor after celebrating their first district title in 26 years. This is one of the few districts in the area where all 4 of the playoff seeds have been secured. 7 Lakes and Tompkins are tied for second, while Maid Creek is the 4th seed. On Saturday afternoon, Bel Air and Westbury tangled in a District 18-6A battle at Butler Fieldhouse, and despite losing leading rebounder Jacob Cole just before halftime with a finger injury, Bel Air got stellar performances from future Rice Howell, Elijah Lawrence, Jalen Calvin, and Jordan Burroughs to emerge with the 53-42 win. In a couple of days, Bel Air has a huge showdown against Heights with first place at stake. More details on that game in a few seconds. In private school action, Westbury Christian, no relation to Westbury High School, successfully defended their home turf against St. Thomas Episcopal. Tip of my brim to Chris Felix as he slams it home to secure that 73-63 win. Allow me to remind you, this is the final week of the regular season for most public schools around the area. Here are a couple of games that could determine playoff seeds. Wednesday, February the 10th, Cy Ranch at Cy Lakes. Hey, this is a rematch of our very first KUBE TV Houston game of the week. How about Davis at Westfield? That's also on Wednesday. On Friday, Elkins at Ridge Point. Remember, Elkins only lost one game, guys, and guess who it was against? Ridge Point. Rematch city. Bel Air versus the Heights. I told you about this one a while ago. It's going down. The winner takes first place in that district. How about Summer Creek at C.E. King? Friday at 7 p.m. And this is going to be a dandy because C.E. King must win to get into the playoffs. Meanwhile, here are my top 10 updated teams of the week, regardless of classification. The top 2 slots are still held down by Beaumont United and Shadow Creek. Both Hightower and Clearbrook moving to the top 5 for the first time all season. Meanwhile, Legacy, the School of Sports Sciences, and Atascocita both dropped out of the top 5 after losing this past week. This has been a tip of my brim, and I'm Jim Hicks. See you guys next week.
All right, thank you, Jim. There's our score. Shadow Creek leading Pearland 21-18. The Oilers keeping in this game with some big-time buckets. We'll be back with first half highlights and what to expect in the second half when we return.
KUBE TV's Game of the Week is brought to you by Xfinity. Go your own way fast with Xfinity Mobile, a fast nationwide 5G network with millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots at no extra cost. Your wireless, your rules. Xfinity Mobile.
Fans relaxed here at Shadow Creek High School, enjoying a good game. The Sharks leading the Pearland Oilers 21-18 at halftime. Bob Slovak here with Daniel Ewing bringing you the action. And Daniel, Pearland, take away those turnovers, they would be leading this game right now.
Oh, they would, and I'm pretty sure they're kicking themselves in the butt right now for not taking care of the ball like they wanted to come into this game. And also on the flip side, Shadow Creek is saying, hey man, we didn't play well that first half. We can play much better, and even though we're leading this game right now, we should be up by way more with the turnovers we've created.
Yeah, Ramon Walker, 16 points of the 21 for the Sharks. He was getting his shot, but he was really trying to get his teammates involved.
And which is good. The first half, let the game come to you, fill out the game. Now maybe this half he gets a lot more aggressive, just depending on how the game goes, how the flow of the game goes. But I expect him to keep it going and keep his foot on the pedal.
He's not the only scorer. They got four players with double figures. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. The Sharks holding on to a third 3-point lead. Second half action when we come back.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Doug makes a bad impression with Carrie.
My friends call me Clint.
Next, King of Queens.
Clint Eastwood, how do you not get that?
Tonight at 9 and 9:30 on KUBE TV Houston.
A snappy dresser.
This is the first you're seeing of the coat?
We never dated in winter.
You might want to get a look at that bathing suit drawer.
On the next.
How do I look?
Seinfeld.
Tonight at 10 and 10:30 on KUBE TV Houston.
Back live at Shadow Creek High School for the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week, brought to you by Xfinity. Bob Slovak and Daniel Ewing bringing you the action. Here's a look at first half highlights. We'll go through them really quick. Daniel started off with a turnover, and here comes Ramon Walker taking it to the hoop.
And this got up going early. See the ball going early, quick, uncontested layup.
Pearland trying to get it down low. Love Adams got it, but then it was a Walker show.
That's exactly what it was, the Ramon Walker show.
He was showing his skills. Williams with a nice bank shot there, but then, it'd come back down to the other side. And Walker was putting it in. Pearland able to get some threes from Stokes to get them, keep them in the game because he got a little bit hot there. But then the Sharks and Walker, they just they had a 6-point lead. They end up with a 3-point lead now as we get set for the second half to get started here. So again, this is a huge district battle for these two teams, two of the top 4 teams in the district. Shadow Creek's going to be in the playoffs. Pearland, they're battling for playoff position. Here we go with our second half.
Pearland did pretty much all this without Josh Vitello on the court for most part of the second half. I mean, second quarter, he got in foul trouble, I guess, and took a nice little break. Let's see how his intensity and his presence on the court, if that helped Pearland in the start of the second half.
Yeah, Vitello brings the energy to the defense for sure for the Oilers.
He's also one of their main ball handlers as well. Good pass.
Down low, and it gets it to go. Nice. You said it right there. Great ball handler. Gets the pass to Clark for 2. Right on cue, Daniel. Right on cue. All right, here come the Sharks. Let's see if they work it around to Walker. Ambry. Not a lot of movement.
No, it's not. Shadow Creek kind of looks out. Missed him.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what plays they're running, but it's almost like they're kind of standing around too much.
Yeah, they look a little stagnant, especially coming out of half. I mean, you shouldn't look like this. The adjustments that you just went over, everything should be sharpened, and you should be ready to go.
They'll swing it around, look for the open shot. Pearland's defense is there, though.
Backside, wide open.
There's Walker. 3 goes up, and
wide
3
open.
goes in.
Don't want to leave that guy wide open.
The defense sagged down on the other side, and Walker's wide open from the corner for another 3. 19 points, and then another turnover for Pearland. This is what they don't want to do here early in the second half.
Come on, man. We should have 50 at halftime.
We have a timeout on the floor.
The fan said they should have 50 points. He's actually right. Based on all the turnovers they forced, they should have way more points than 24 points in this game.
Yeah, some liquid down on the court, so the referees will get that cleaned up before we get going here again. You're right about that. We said it. I mean, we didn't have a tracker on the turnovers, but Pearland, it was just an avalanche of turnovers there at one point.
And, I mean, like I said, to their credit, they're somehow still in this game. But that's also because even though they gave the ball away, they've also you have to give them credit. They've done a good job defensively for the most part of not giving up easy baskets.
Sharks offense, besides Walker, just hasn't found their rhythm. And they've got some shooters on the team.
Now it's about seeing what type of adjustments Pearland can make defensively to keep Ron Walker from scoring a basketball.
Here's one of those shooters I was talking about, Sean Jones, with the big bucket. He's averaging 16 points a game.
Let's see if that opens the game up for not just for Sean Jones, but for the entire team. Seeing the ball go in, seeing the ball go in the basket from someone other than Ramon Walker.
Vitello back around, and he's going to get called for traveling. That was good defense right there by the Sharks. They forced that.
Ramon Walker did a good job of just jumping the ball handler, caught him off guard, and caused him to take a couple of extra steps.
That's the thing about Ramon Walker's game. I mean, it is all around. He plays defense. He's a great rebounder, and we know what he can do when he shoots it. Sharks moving it around. Pearland trying to stay in front.
Ooh.
That was just a great drive by Javon Marshall.
Nice.
His mom's right beside me. She's loving it.
Nice.
That was a heck of a move right there. The Sharks opening up a 9-point lead now. So they'll talk about it, find out what, we'll see what Pearland can do. Here's another look at it right here. Marshall down the lane for 2. We'll be right back with the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week.
Cube TV's Game of the Week is brought to you by Xfinity. Go your own way fast with Xfinity Mobile, a fast nationwide 5G network with millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots at no extra cost. Your wireless, your rules. Xfinity Mobile.
Here's our KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week season schedule. There you see the games we already had. We're right here at Shadow Creek, Pearland. Our next game will be a by-district playoff battle on February 18th, so be sure and join us there as we take you into the playoffs and a long playoff run all the way to the region finals. So we've got some great games still coming up. We'll set the schedule. We'll let you know which games we have. But when you get to the playoffs, it doesn't get any more exciting than that, Daniel.
And I'm excited. I'm excited for this game, but I'm excited for those playoff games that we're going to be covering.
Yeah, it gets very, very exciting. All right, let's see what Pearland can do. They now trail it by 9. Shadow Creek with their biggest lead of the game. Hard foul down low.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what type of adjustments Pearland makes here after this timeout.
Yeah, they need to find a basket right here as they trail by 9. There's Williams up and under, off the rim. Oh, a lot of banging going on. Here come the Sharks. Shot goes up on the baseline. It's short. Rebound back to Pearland.
Probably should have took the first one, but he still got a good shot at the basket.
Cross court. They need to get a good shot here. Patella.
I'm not sure. Pearland's done a pretty good job so far, but I'm not sure they have enough manpower to overcome the pressure. And Shadow Creek is turning up the pressure now. They're more active now. They're really getting after it, trying to force turnovers, pressuring the ball. I'm not sure Pearland just has enough manpower, enough firepower
to battle back.
Yeah, to battle back and stay in this game.
I like the scrappiness though. Shot goes up, won't go. There's a rebound. Short on that one. There's Williams down, and he gets it to go.
And they're going to need Ty Williams to find more opportunities to keep them in the game.
That was a bucket they needed in the worst way. Sharks taking their time.
Pearland showing this matchup zone here. Looking like a 1-3-1 of some type, a 1-2. Yeah, 1-3-1.
Tell me what the Sharks are doing right now.
Well, they're winning the basketball game. There's no shot clock. This is what I don't like about high school basketball. There's no shot clock. You're up 7, and you want to play the game. So, guess what we can do? We can just hold the ball and make you come out and play man to man. If you don't want to play man to man, we'll just hold the ball. Then we'll let the clock run out. And we'll still win the game that way.
Somebody's going to get frustrated.
Yeah.
Long three goes. Big time bucket. Brian Gordon.
And that's a way to get a team out of zone. You make outside shot. They have to come out of it then.
Patella. Another one of those situations where Pearland has to find a bucket. 3 minutes left to go here in the third. They're keeping Williams away from the basket. Oh, he made the cut, but then the deflection and the turnover the other way, and it goes off Patella. Here's another look at it. Yeah, just Gordon lost the handle.
Shadow Creek is starting to pick it up here.
Yeah, they're turning it up. Ends. They're turning it up on both ends, as you just said. The timeout on the court here. Shadow Creek holding on to a 10-point lead now. 2:45 left in the third quarter. Yeah, we see what they're doing. The intensity's coming up, and talk about that three-point shot a while ago. They were patient. They just sit there until they got it.
And and I'm not even sure if the coach wanted them to actually start the offense at that point, but they had been patient, and he took an open shot and knocked it down. And like I said, when you want a team to come out of the zone like that, you knock out open shots, and that forces them to come out that zone.
All right, here's RCS Sports team rankings. We get it from Jim Hicks. Number 1 team in the area now, the Beaumont United Timberwolves, 22-0. They have a perfect record so far. Then you see the Shadow Creek Sharks are right there at 17-2. Elkin Knights, Hurricane, we saw them earlier this season. Clearbrook is there. Legacy School of Sports Science, Woodlands Christian, Houston Christian, Manual Mavericks, and then Atascocita, who was number 1 in the state for a long time, all the way down to 10th.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big drop-off. Like you said, they're still pretty high in the state, but to be ranked 10th now in the area after these two last losses is a big drop.
I'm going to tell you, you played the game. That's the kind of stuff that puts a huge chip on your shoulder.
Most definitely. That's bulletin board material right there.
Yeah.
That's bulletin board material. But they have nobody to blame but themselves. They lost to some inferior teams for the most part, and so now you have to go out and prove and finish off the season to prove that you're still one of the top teams in the state, in the city, and also in the state.
We'll be looking for them in the playoffs when the playoffs get started next week. Shadow Creek to the line. First free throw goes for Sean Jones.
Yeah, just looking at Shadow Creek's body language in the second half so far, they've seemed to settle in, and that's everybody. The whole starting 5 has seemed to settle into this game, and everybody's looking a lot more comfortable and patient.
Yeah, it was almost like, we're going to hold our ground and take Pearland's best shot and then start imposing our will a little bit more.
And that's exactly what's happening right now. They're definitely imposing their will on this game.
Patella, man, nice move, good pass, and turnover.
Right.
And here comes Walker.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. Ramon Walker, the U of H signee with the slam.
Okay, young fella. Man, he's impressive. I haven't seen him play all this season, but like I said, he's gotten better from the last time I seen him play last year. His body, he looks good physically. He's shooting the ball a lot better. He's making plays all over the court.
When you're that big and that fast, there's not a whole lot of defense going to be able to do. Patella loses it again. Back to Pearland. And the bucket won't go. Love Adams down low, drew the foul. Yeah, I'm really anxious to see what Ramon Walker does in Kelvin Sampson's system over there. Now, when you go play for Coach Sampson, of course, you're going to have to play some defense, and you're going to have to play some tough defense.
Right, and rebounding is key.
Yeah,
hitting the glass, tough defense. But I love to see that. I love the fact that U of H, I love what they're doing over there, where the program is going, and also that they're getting some of the top kids in the city to stay home and play there.
Yeah, that's big time. That's big time. Coach Sampson doing an incredible job over there, putting the program back on the map. Can't wait to see what they do in the tournament when it starts.
Right, they're having a great season as well.
Shadow Creek back around to Walker, up and in and out that time. Williams with the rebound and then throws it away. Back to Walker down low and he puts it in.
Good hustle. And that's one of those. Man, that's a great hustle.
That is.
Way to go, folks.
I'm gonna unofficially have Ramon Walker 24 points.
Come on.
Could be.
Come on.
That's not. You might not be far off with that, Bob.
Yep, could be the play of the game right there. And Williams gets it to go. So Pearland trying to stay within striking distance with a minute left here in the third quarter. Long shot goes up off the front end. Love Adams brings it down. Clark's going to run it up. Over to the Vitella. And going the other way. They called offensive foul. Sometimes I don't see those offensive fouls.
I think it was on, if I'm not mistaken, it looked like Ty Williams was trying to hold off Jones from getting the block. But this is exactly the opposite of what Pearland want, the type of pace that Pearland want to be playing right now. They didn't want this game to get up and down like this. And this is exactly where Shadow Creek wanted this game to go.
Final 45 seconds of the third quarter. Shadow Creek looking to add to their 12-point lead. Swinging it around, looking for the open shot. He gets back in Walker's hands. I think he's going to pull the trigger. He goes down low. Shot goes up off the rim. Rebound, Love Adams. Turnover and a whistle. Going to be a foul. Ball goes to Pearland. Call foul on number 5. Sean Jones. Our final 21 seconds, third quarter. Game has just kind of gotten away from Pearland. But you said it, Daniel. It was the pace of the game that Shadow Creek wanted.
Trap.
Foul. Foul's called. But I tell you what, Clark's aggressive.
Yeah, he is.
He's aggressive.
But I think that was part of the game plan, to come out like you said. Pearland wanted to have a more methodical, slow pace to this game, to slow the game up. And Shadow Creek wanted to speed them up and try to turn them over as much as they can. Good pass. Ooh, a little too much.
A little bit too much on it. Gets away from Williams.
Good look, though. That was a great look.
Less than a second left here, so that's going to do it for the third quarter. So Shadow Creek takes control here, and they lead it by 12 now over Pearland. Oilers trying to stay in, but the Sharks are just too much as Ramon Mark Walker is putting on a show. You're watching the KUBE TV Houston Game of the Week. Back with the fourth quarter right after this.
KUBE TV's Game of the Week is brought to you by Xfinity. Go your own way fast with Xfinity Mobile, a fast nationwide 5G network with millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots at no extra cost. Your wireless, your rules. Xfinity Mobile.
KUBE TV Houston's Game of the Week is brought to you by Xfinity. Go your own way fast, only with Xfinity Mobile. Get connected on a fast nationwide 5G network and millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots included at no extra cost. Your wireless, your rules, Xfinity Mobile. Thank you to Xfinity for sponsoring KUBE TV Houston's Game of the Week. Back here live at Shadow Creek High School. Bob Slovak, Daniel Ewing bringing you the action. We start the fourth quarter. Pearland leading by 12. Shadow Creek leading by 12. Pearland has some work to do.
Pearland back to a matchup zone of some type. You're at the basket. You already at the basket. Put it up.
Turnover to the Sharks. Oilers get the ball. So I don't know if Pearland can do anything at this point. What would be their game plan?
To take care of the basketball. Honestly, take care of the basketball and get shots at the basket. You can't give yourself a shot to win this game if you don't get shots at the basket, and that's been their problem for most of this game, is their turnovers and not getting shots at the basket. It's still a game. Sure. They're only down 12. It's still the quarter just started. It's still a basketball game. A few shots made here, a few turnovers forced, and you still have a close basketball game.
Walker in the paint, puts it up, and draws the foul. Yeah, the turnover bug just killed Pearland.
Yeah, for a team that doesn't have that doesn't score a lot of points already, you can't have this many turnovers against one of the best teams in the district and one of the best teams in the city.
Yep. RCS Sports has them ranked second in the area. Walker gets the second to go.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're ranked like in top 20 in the state. So, I mean, you're going up against a very good team. You have to be sharp on all cylinders.
Coach Buckaloo, he said it. He goes, we got to play a perfect game. And Patella almost lost the handle there. Clark, he gets called for the offensive foul. That's the thing about Clark's game right there. I mentioned it a while ago. He's very aggressive. He uses the shoulder a lot, and he uses that forearm a lot. And that time they called it.
Yeah, I don't know if that was actually a charge, though.
You give him the benefit.
I get the offensive benefit down on that one.
All right. Here come the Sharks. Ambry to the hoop, back outside, over to Walker. He won't pull the trigger this time. Or will he? Nope. Over to Jones. Jones backing down the smaller Vitella. Outside. Jones working hard down low. Oh, Walker's eyebrows went up like he wanted to put one up. And he will. And it goes.
Knocked down.
Another three-pointer for Ramon Walker.
You know what, Bob? I'm going to say this, and that just if it wasn't for Ramon Walker, this Pearland, this Shadow Creek team,
they'd be closer, that's for sure. There's a hard foul.
This game would be look a lot different. A lot different.
I got him unofficially now. I'm going to say he has 28 points.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
27, 28. He just hit another three. 27, 28. It's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That's over half of the 42 that they have.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a good night's shooting, and usually what happens. He came in averaging, was it 21 points a game? Yeah,
you're right under 20.
Almost 22 points a game, 8 rebounds. So he's over his average.
But that's what big time players do. They show up. They show up no matter what, in any circumstance, in any type of game, and this is the reason why he's already committed to go to U of H and why he's considered one of the preseason players of the year.
Turnover by Pearland again. Sharks will bring it down. That has just been the theme of the Oilers game. Too many turnovers.
I would love to know how many turnovers Pearland has.
Foul is called. 1-1 in the bonus now. Coach Buckaloo calling out some instruction to his team. 26th year at Pearland. He said that we've had an incredible season. He goes, we have had no COVID issues. I had nothing but new players coming back. We got out and started practicing in October, and he goes, everything's pretty much fallen into place. He goes, we had some injuries, but we kept the season going. And he goes, you look at our record with the number of new players we had. He goes, I can't be anything but pleased.
He's done a heck of a job with this team, like I said, considering the situation, the pandemic, COVID and everything, injuries, and the fact that he has only one player returning from last year. And they're tied for third in the district, in a tough district at that. Like, he's done a hell of a job.
Been coaching there a long time. Always a pleasure to talk with him. So did we get a double technical?
Yeah, I think I missed it.
Yeah, double technical was called. I think play was getting a little bit too rough. Shadow Creek. So Williams at the line for another shot. And missed both of them. All right, so Pearland will get inbound the ball now. As I just glanced up at the score, and I hadn't looked in a while, it's a 19-point game now.
It's pretty much out of hand now.
Well, you know, and Coach Bucklew, he told me before, he said that Shadow Creek has so much talent, they're very capable of blowing us out.
And like I was saying earlier, Pearland, what they was trying to prevent was what happened in the third quarter with Shadow Creek getting on like a 5-0, 6-0, 7-0 run, which is what happened to start early in the second half.
Oler's trying to make it happen with Vitella, and then another foul. It's going to lengthen out our game here. Both teams are about to be in the bonus. Williams, Vitella. Trying to get a shot up, and I don't know how that wasn't traveling, but the turnover. Here come the Sharks.
Oh.
Up and in. That was a nice little nifty move right there by Ambry.
Dunk that next time, too.
I thought he was going to dunk it myself.
Yeah, he took off like he had it in him.
How about?
So a 21-point lead now for Shadow Creek. They're going to stay. There's a nice play by Williams Short. Call the foul. Shadow Creek on their way to their 11th district win, so they'll be 11-1. They keep pace with Dawson.
Yeah, both of those guys split.
They split, yeah.
They split it. So if both teams take care of business to finish the rest of the regular season, they'll be co-district champions.
Yeah, Shadow Creek was looking for their 3rd district championship in a row, but they're in line to get a share of it. Williams gets the second free throw. We got a good crowd on hand here. As you can see, everybody wearing their masks, social distancing, keeping it safe, and you know, we talked about it. All right, timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout with them. Come back, join us for the final 4.5 minutes of our Game of the Week here on KUBE TV Houston.
KUBE TV's Game of the Week is brought to you by Xfinity. Go your own way fast with Xfinity Mobile, a fast nationwide 5G network with millions of secure Wi-Fi hotspots at no extra cost. Your wireless, your rules. Xfinity Mobile.
All right, coming up tonight on KUBE TV Houston, right after the game, you can see full hours of King of Queens, followed by Seinfeld, and then The Family Guy, right here on KUBE TV Houston. This is the KUBE TV Game of the Week. Shadow Creek in control over Pearland. Big district battle as district play is winding down. We're going to have playoff action in a week, and then it's going to be a sprint to San Antonio.
You know what, that's weird to say that.
I know, it's kind of weird. I'm used to saying Austin.
Right, like
been in San Antonio for a few
do you know
years.
why they don't play the game in Austin anymore?
Because of the South by Southwest Festival that's in March. They were taking up all the hotel rooms, and then they couldn't reserve the school hotel rooms, so they went ahead and moved it to San Antonio.
That explains it.
Yeah, but those days at the Frank Irwin Center, man, that was some good stuff. I was there many times.
Yeah, some great memories playing Frank Irwin Center back in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
good pass.
alley-oop just a little too high.
Good look. Bad pass. Good look.
Walker off the front end. Matella hustling. Turnover. Outside. Bucket off the back rim, and gonna stay Shadow Creek. What's your favorite memory? I mean, two state championships, of course. Your junior year or your senior year?
My junior year. My junior year, when we won it, we got there, first time there, didn't know what to expect. We had intentions on winning. That was our goal, but just the excitement of playing and the thrill of winning, and also I was MVP my junior year, so that was
Was that against Klein Forest, or
it was against Klein Forest? We played in the finals,
and you were the MVP. That's awesome. Turnover. Marshall with the alley-oop. And Jones couldn't finish it. But it was there. Wait, might get another one. Marshall. And to the hoop, fouled by Williams. Who did y'all beat your senior year?
Senior, we beat Bryan.
Bryan, okay.
We beat Bryan in think about that game. You always want to win the championship, but I knew that game was going to be easy for us. And the score didn't reflect that it was easy, but we had played Bryan early in the year in a preseason, like in a non-conference tournament, and beat them by 30. So I wasn't too excited about seeing them again and playing a team that I knew we could beat. So
did they have any players that went on to play college?
They did. I can't think. Man, his name is. I can't think of his name right now, but they had a kid that went to Texas A&M.
Oh man, I know who. It'll come to me here in a minute.
Yeah, he went to Texas A&M. I can't think of his name right now.
All right, some of the starters coming out for Pearland. We're down to 3:37 left to go here in the game. So as I said, Shadow Creek's going to go to 18-2, 11-1 in district play.
The interesting thing I noticed about Shadow Creek is that they've only played 6 players up until this point. The game is out of hand. They put some other, but they've only had 6 rotational players. So that's going to be interesting to see how they handle that in the playoffs, playing against better competition.
Yeah, that gets to be a problem when you get up in caliber. That's for sure. Now Shadow Creek, there's Walker with some good defense. Shadow Creek lost in the region finals last year to Hightower.
Yeah.
And when I talked to Coach President, he kind of laughed with me and he goes, I don't know what's worse, because I mentioned it to him. I said, good hustle there. I said, well, Hightower went to San Antonio and was about to get on the bus to go to their game, and they canceled the tournament. And he goes, yeah, I don't know what's worse, losing in the region finals or having the tournament canceled when you're on the bus. I'm like, yeah, either or.
Both are heartbreakers. Those both are heartbreakers. Though.
Yeah. Well, we may see those two teams in the region final again, or at least the region semis, to see how it pans out. Some fans talking to Ramon Walker over here. All right, so we got 3 minutes left to go in this game. There's our next game here on KUBE TV Houston, February 18th, 7 p.m. We're not sure which teams it'll be just yet. Stay tuned. We will let you know as soon as we get the schedule, but we will be there live February 18th, 7 p.m. right here on KUBE TV Houston to bring you by-district action.
Oh.
Collision down low. So Pearland has Dawson left on their schedule. Man, that was a collision. They have Dawson on their schedule. Another tough battle there. And Coach Bucklew said we could end up in a tie with Strake Jesuit. We'll see how it pans out. See what the postseason will include.
Yeah, that's a tough 2-game stretch to end the season.
Yeah, that's tough.
You got to play the 2 best teams in the district back to back, and you're fighting possibly for your playoff life.
But I will tell you this, and you know this too, with a young team like he has, he's only got the 1 senior that he'll lose. We'll see Pearland next year again playing well.
Yeah, and they'll definitely be better. They'll be better next year with the experience that they have coming back.
Shadow Creek ready to make their run, though. They have six seniors on the roster. Of course, Ramon Walker's the big one. Technical foul called.
Yeah, I think they got a technical foul on Jones.
And Sean Jones?
Yeah, I'm not sure what was said or what happened.
No, well, they took him out of the game, so. Yeah. I think the referees are ready to go home.
No, he takes Sean up. I think Sean.
So number 12, Cameron Darjean going to the line, and he gets it.
Both teams now have put in more reserve players to finish off the game.
Now, a lot of these, we're seeing the Pearland players wearing masks. I know we've seen that. I have trouble breathing through a mask. I don't know if I could run up and down a court.
Yeah, that. I mean, I guess that's just maybe because both teams are in the same district, so it's not a district policy. I guess that's just their team. Policy.
Maybe personal preference. I mean, but when they go to the bench, they put them on, obviously.
Yeah, that's got to. Yeah, man. I commend all athletes right now.
Yeah.
That have to perform and play during the pandemic. It's a tough situation all the way around.
Drive to the hoop and nice bucket. He got it to go. Nice play there by Ambry. Minute and a half left to go here.
Ambry's still getting after defensively.
Almost a turnover, but it hit the line. It'll stay with Pearland. So when I was talking to Coach President about the 6 games in 7 days, he said it really helped them, put their season back on track. He goes, because we stopped twice and couldn't play, he goes, we really got out of the flow of our season, even though our record was still very good and building. He goes, those 6 games in 7 days really got us back in gear. And when you think about that, Daniel, these guys are 16, 17, 18. You should be able to do it.
They should. But like I said, at any level, 6 games in 7 days is tough for anybody. These kids are young, but they're still human, so you do get tired. Fatigue does set in.
They want Jalen Lane to put it up. His teammates are on their feet over there. Oh, no, they were yelling at it. What were they yelling, Daniel?
The fans, the fans and his teammates wanted to see him get a shot up. The referee called a 5-second count on him, which it shouldn't have been because the guy wasn't close enough to get the 5-second count.
Okay, that's what the call was, 5 seconds.
That's what we call hating. The referee's hating. The referee's hating on the kid trying to get his shine on. The kid was trying to shine. He doesn't play a lot. Let the kid have his moment.
Let's see if he gets the ball back. I want to see if he can put it up. Final seconds of this game coming off the clock, and we will not see a shot from Jalen Lane. Final score, Shadow Creek 52, Pearland 32. And Shadow Creek ups their record to 18-2 and 11-1 in district play. So, Daniel, they did what they needed to do.
Exactly. They took care of business. They started